Written by Navala El-Savidi, Women at Point Zero is a semi-fictional or fictionalized memoir novel. It was originally published in Arabic in 1975, then republished in English in 1983. The setting of the book is taken place in the 1950s through 1973 and is told through the first-person point of view. It actually has two different narrators, Naval herself and Fidaris. Once again, I do apologize if I am butchering that name. Before we get too far into this book review, I do want to dive into the background of Egypt. If you did not know, Egypt is placed in the northeastern corner of Africa. The country shares borders with the Gaza Strip, Libya, Sudan, and Israel. The official language of the country is Arabic, with 90% of the population identifying as Muslim and the other 10% identifying as Christian. Naval was an Egyptian feminist writer, activist, physician, and psychiatrist. She actually dedicated all of her professional work to the political and sexual rights for women. Naval was educated at Cairo University, Columbia University, and another university in Cairo. That name I will 100% butcher, so I apologize. While conducting research for women suffering from neurosis, these case studies actually inspired her novel, Women at Point Zero. In 1981, she helped publish a magazine called Confrontation. The Egyptian government viewed this as dangerous and controversial and later became imprisoned because of it. Now, Naval's a very strong woman, and she did not let incarceration stop her from fighting against the oppression rights of women. Using an eyebrow pencil and some rolled up toilet paper, she was able to write her novel, Memoirs from the Female Prison. Unfortunately, Naval passed away in March of 2021 at the age of 89, but her work lives on forever. Naval was a strong activist against female genital mutilation, which is a procedure she endured at the age of 6. A whopping 96% of girls in Egypt have undergone the FGM procedure before the age of 12. Although FGM has been illegal in Egypt since 2008, sentences are lenient and convictions are rare. Surprisingly, the main practitioners are health providers. The 2015 Health Issue Survey showed 9 out of 10 Egyptian women have undergone the FGM procedure by the age of 49. The novel is based around Naval's meeting with a female prisoner who has been incarcerated in the Cantir prison. Naval actually works as a psychologist in Egypt and studies the psychological effects of prison on women. On a visit to the Cantir prison, Naval hears about a female prisoner, Fidaris, who is awaiting her execution for killing a man. The two agree to meet on the day before Fidaris' execution, and Fidaris explains to Naval her rather tragic life story. To give you a little bit of a sneak peek, from a very young age, Fidaris received sexual pleasure from a young male friend, and after her mother found out about this, she actually performed a clitoridectomy. Fidaris was never able to feel sexual pleasure in the same way ever again. Shortly after, both of her parents died, and she was sent away to live with her uncle in Cairo, and this is when many of her struggles really began. Through many toxic and failed relationships and running away from her problems, Fidaris finds herself in prostitution. Now, I don't want to give you any more spoilers because I want you to receive the full reading experience. But in just 114 pages, Naval is able to capture the themes of self-worth and ownership, gender and power, and loss and abandonment. I know you may be thinking, what did I think of this novel? It is very short, with it only being around 114 pages. This book was very hard to read as the material you're dealing with is difficult. Violence is a common theme throughout the novel, and as much as we don't like to admit it, it's still prevalent in today's society. Naval's world and feminist views really come to life in this novel, and I personally really appreciate that. Another aspect I do appreciate is the rawness of Fidaris' character. She tells you how it is, She tells you how she sees it, and I would almost consider that refreshing. There is no sugarcoating in this book. Definitely trigger warning. I want to end this video off by saying thank you for taking the time to watch this, hear what I had to say, maybe learn a bit about the culture, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.